Hazur Ghous Azam. Hazur Ghous Azam, the man of ineffable grandeur and majesty in the realm of Islamic mysticism. The human manifestation of divine consciousness, the highest saint in the hierarchical structure of saints, the revered saint, the celebrated saint, the most distinguished saint, the unrivaled saint, the unparalleled saint, the unfathomable saint, the most distinguished saint, the most illuminated saint, the most honorable saint, the unfathomable saint, the sovereign of saints, the leader of saints, the eagle of the higher realm, the interpretation, tafsir of the Holy Quran itself, the great intercessor, the mystic of Allah, the gnostic of Allah, the beloved of Allah, the friend of Allah, the beloved of Allah, the great master Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Hazur Ghous Azam, he occupies a revered place in the Islamic history as the great spiritual guide, the great intercessor, and the interpretation of the Holy Quran itself. And his teachings and life, it still continues to inspire millions and millions of people. And his blessed Urs annual congregation is celebrated each year on the 11th of Rabiul Thani, where devotees gather to commemorate his teachings and his life. And his life was a testament. His life was a testament to the unwavering commitment of his towards the message and religion of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala and his beloved messenger, peace be upon him, the holy prophet Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hazur Ghous Azam, he lived in the midst of the people who had lost their spiritual dimensions and who had lost the spirit dimensions of religiosity. And he was there at the time when religion had largely and plainly become a formality without a soul. But his revival would revive the religion Islam. He once saw an old man sitting who was an old and weak person. He asked him, "Oh Abdul Qadir, hold me by the hand and make me stand up. Help me, help me. I seek your aid." Hazur Ghous Azam held him by his hand and make him stand, and all of a sudden when he stood up he became healthy and he was not weak anymore. And then he said, "Abdul Qadir, I am for the religion Islam. I was going weak, but you made me revived again. You revived me again. Maqamukumul ula jam'un walakin maqami fawqakum ma zala ali." High is your station, each and all, and yet high is your station, each and all, and yet my station is above you, higher still. My station is above you, higher still. Hazur Ghous Azam, Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he asked the custodian of hell, is any of my disciples, my murids, in the fire of hell? He replied, no. He replied in the negative. Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani further asked and said, "I swear by Allah Almighty that my helping hand shelters my disciples in the same way as the sky shelters the earth. Even if my disciples are not virtuous, I am virtuous, and I swear by the one who has created me that I will not leave the court of the Lord until I make every single disciple of mine enter paradise." So that to us is the great intercessor, the interpretation of the Holy Quran itself, the beloved of Allah, the friend of Allah, the saint of Allah, the gnostic of Allah, Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. At another instance, Hazur Ghous Azam stated, "O you who are present and O you who are absent, on the day of judgment you shall see a strange thing from me. I will be arguing on behalf of the hypocrites. So what about the believers? I will be interceding for them as well, for the sinners as well. So what about the pious? I shall intercede for all." And that to us is Hazur Ghous Azam, Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, the helper for all, the beloved for all, the friend for all, spreading the oceans of love of Allah and the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, in the hearts of people, warming them up. At another instance, the beloved Ghous stated, I am an advisor and I do not want any reward for it. My happiness lies in your success. My happiness lies in your success, and my sadness lies in your destruction. My happiness lies in your success, and my sadness, it lies in your destruction. When I see the face of an honest disciple who has succeeded at my hands, I feel satisfied and rejoice as how someone like them has turned out and under my supervision. And my goal is you, Hazur Ghous Azam. May Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala be pleased with him and with our beloved Sayyidi Shaykh Muhammad Mohsin Mudlamwar Yusufi. He stated, my goal is you. He's stating this to his disciple, to his devotee, to his murid, to the person who seeks his help. My goal is you, he states, and not I. That you might change, you follow the righteous path and not I. I have already made the crossing. So this is Hazur Ghous Azam, who would think day and night in spreading the message of love and in spreading the message of Allah and His beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, across the oceans and across the borders, in the hearts of the people breathing at this earth, and not only the people but amongst the other creation as well. And Sayyidi Shaykh Muhammad Mohsin Munawwar Yusufi, he often states that Hazur Ghous Azam stated, Muridi la takhaffaf Allahu Rabbi atani rifatan niltu manali. Do not be frightened, my disciple. Allah is my sustainer. He has granted me the status through which I have attained high eminence.